Americans' belief in God has forged the character of our country and made our nation a light unto the world. We are respected again as a nation, I will tell you that. And I'm not only talking about from a religious standpoint. Our country is respected again. 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 Is respected again. Is respected again.
Мы видим, как многие евроатлантические страны фактически пошли по пути отказа от своих корней, в том числе и от христианских ценностей, составляющих основу западной цивилизации. Отрицаются нравственные начала и любая традиционная идентичность, национальная, культурная, религиозная или даже половая. Проводится политика, ставящая на один уровень многодетную семью и однополое партнерство, веру в Бога или веру в сатану. Эксцессы политкорректности доходят до того, что всерьез говорится о регистрации партий, ставящих своей целью пропаганду педофилии. Люди во многих европейских странах стыдятся и боятся говорить о своей религиозной принадлежности. Праздники отменяют даже. Или называют их как-то по-другому, стыдливо прячут саму суть этого праздника, нравственные основы этих праздников. И эту модель пытаются агрессивно навязывать всему миру. Убежден, это прямой путь к деградации и примитивизации, глубокому демографическому и нравственному кризису. Что еще может быть большим свидетельством морального кризиса человеческого социума, как не утрата способности к самовоспроизводству? А сегодня практически все развитые страны уже не могут воспроизводить себя, причем даже с помощью миграции. Без ценностей, заложенных в христианстве и других мировых религиях, без формирования без сформировавшихся тысячелетиями норм морали и нравственности, люди неизбежно утратят человеческое достоинство. И мы считаем естественным и правильным эти ценности отстаивать. Нужно уважать право любого меньшинства на отличие, но и право большинства. Право большинства не должно быть поставлено под сомнение. Одновременно мы видим попытки тем или иным способом реанимировать однополярную унифицированную модель мира, размыть институт международного права и национального суверенитета. Такому однополярному, унифицированному миру не нужны суверенные государства. Ему нужны вассалы. В историческом смысле это отказ от своего лица, от данного Богом природы.
To national identity is related to the global development. Here they are related to moral and geopolitical aspects. We witness many Euro-Atlantic countries are refusing, forgetting their roots, including the values of Christianity, which form the basis of the civilization. They are renouncing any ethical basis, any identity, national, religious, or even gender ones. They are following the policy which equals families with many children and one-gender families. Excesses of political correctness lead us when the parties pursue propaganda of pedophilia. Representatives in many Western countries are afraid of mentioning their gender. They even are canceling some festivities, and they are hiding the basis of such festivities, and they are trying to impose this model to anyone. I am convinced this leads us to degradation and primitivization, to deep moral crisis.
What can more testify to the moral crisis of the human socium as not the deletion of the ability to reproduce itself? But now most of developed countries can't reproduce themselves, including through migration. Without values inclined in Christianity and other world religions, without the moral norms which formed through centuries, we can just lose human dignity. And we believe that these values should be protected. That's correct and that's dignified. We need to respect the minorities, but we need to respect the majority as well, and to not put under doubt its right. We see the attempts to revive the unipolar system of the world, to disperse the institutions of international law. And to this unified, unipolar world, the independent states are bad. It needs servants. But we cannot refuse to have our historic identity and face.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, B'Han Shem HaKadosh, double honors to the apostles, elders at Great Millstone, salutations to Yakim that's out there doing the work in truth and in sincerity. All right, so that was Trump, during his speech, this week. And, just spewing lies as usual, America's not great. Obviously, it's an illusion that they're holding up to keep these people asleep and keep these people, in that spirit of, pride when it comes to, the American way, the Western way. And, Putin, he was just going in on how this place is satanic, man. They've gotten far away from God, He was just explaining how, the foundation started with a religious standpoint, but, even then it wasn't, a religious or a belief in God, These people use that to, forward their madness in the earth, all right? But, I go to some precepts, and I'm not going to hold you brothers long, Just wanted to point out these, Esau, the so-called white man's madness, man, his lies, Because the Most High is exposing you, man. You're the devil. Everybody knows you're the devil, and there's no way you can hide from it, man, all right? Habakkuk chapter 2, verses 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. So their soul which is lifted up on high, exalted, as though they're perpetrating as though they're these good people, these God-fearing people, these fair people, and they're not. Well, what proves that? The people, look at the people complaining in the earth, especially here in America. Look what they're doing to the migrants. You Issacharites, the northern kingdom, all right, which are actually Israelites, all right, God's chosen people, right along with the so-called blacks and Native Americans, man. All right, you Latinos are Israelites. Hey, but what's happening is what? They're treating you like, they're being a devil. So they're treating you like less than nothing, man. They're taking the children. ICE is, supposed to be deporting, randomly deporting people, which, that's an implication for something else and something totally, more heinous in itself, because there's going to be concentration camps. There's going to be a national emergency, and it's going to be a generated crisis. Something is going to spark the chaos. All right. And we're just waiting on that. OK. And right now, that's why we have faith in Yahushua and faith in this word, because we're not going to be dismayed when the time comes for when things start to shut down and it's going to be chaos, the chaos. All right. But Salaki, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. All right. And the just are the ones that's claiming that their true nationality, their biblical nationality, which the Lord has gave them. All right. And calling upon his name, also prophesying the downfall of this wicked kingdom. All right. Which is the news is out, man. I mean, there's nothing more you can say. The nations know. All right. And the scriptures talk about the nations being angry. All right. Which I'm going to get. It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, meaning his philosophy, he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire is hell, and is his death. And that's what the Edomite, the so-called white man's American military industrial complex is all about. Taking away sovereignty from these nations, all right? And as you see, Putin was talking about the unilateral effort to bring all nations together. He was just basically saying that that's going to destroy the sovereignty, all right? It says, and cannot be satisfied, all right? And that's why they have military bases throughout the whole earth. Right now, they over there in the Hormuz Strait, over there by Iran, and it's a controversy going on over there. Iran shot down a drone that America was using to spy on them. And, America's doing what they always done, intimidating countries, trying to, as the scriptures say, puff it at them. Psalms 10, It says, but gather unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people, man. All right. And so we know that this place is satanic. We know that the the foundation of America has always been satanic. It's always been, brought up in blood. This place was raised out of blood, man. All right. It was raised out of blood, and it's going to be judged. OK, the great whore shall be judged. All right. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. All right. It's you so-called white people, which is Esau, Edom. All right. And then the taunting proverb is against you, man. Everybody in the world is against you, man. All right. The mouth of the Lord is risen up against you. All right. And the scriptures say he shall consume them with the spirit of his mouth. That's why you got the prophets being raised up here in America, in damn near almost every city in America, chanting and prophesying the downfall of America, while the Lord is stirring up jealousy like a man of war with these other nations against America. All right. And so they're trying to, but these nations think that they're going to rise up and become the next superpower. When World War III is happening, nobody's going to be inheriting the world. All right. Nobody except for the Lord, because he's going to come back when that World War III take place. All right. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Now I should have made this point earlier, but in Habakkuk 2:5, towards the end, it says, but gather unto him all nations, and heap unto him all people. And he's going to use the RFID chip to do so. All right. He's going to use the mark of the beast to do so. Now, the image of the beast, where it says, yea, also because he transgresses by wine. Now, that wine is the philosophy. All right. You got Western civilization philosophy that pretty much goes out throughout the whole earth. All right. Is the standard. OK, that's the image of the beast. All right. It says, I'll read verse 6 again, 2 and 6. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Now, that when you go into the word clay, that's the Hebrew word is abayah, which means debt. It simply means debt. In America, that's one of the biggest looming things that's happening right now. America's economic woes. They're in debt, trillions upon trillions of dollars, man. They're probably one of the biggest superpowers that have the biggest debt. All right. It says, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. All right. And so these other nations are going to wake up. OK. And they're referred to in the scriptures as the dead. All right. When you read Isaiah 14, and so it's time to wake up, man. It's time to wake up to what this place really is. All right. And this place is an evil place, man. And everybody sees it. Everybody sees you Edomites. You're basking in your glory. All right. It says, because thou hast, which is actually your shame. All right. So you're basking in this glory, which is actually your shame. All right. And the world is going to see it, because the Most High Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, is uncovering your skirts. It's the truth, man. All right. It says, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. So because all these heinous things that you're doing in the earth, the Lord is going to turn your kingdom upside down, and those who you've persecuted and done all these heinous things to, they're going to do them back to you. All right. It says, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetous to his house. All right. That he may set his nest on high. All right. One of the evil covetousness. What is that? Slavery. OK. Which is the main thing. OK. Because you forwarded the affliction. All right. You forwarded the affliction. All right. As the scripture says, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. All right. And so you use slavery when the time was done for us is, serving slavery. After slavery, you made things even more worse for us as a nation of people. I'm talking about the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. By the hand of the so-called white man. Let me see. Might be Isaiah 48. Let's go. Let me see. So bear with me. Because we drunk that cup, all right? And I can get Lamentations. But I think it was Jeremiah. Here we go. Jeremiah 49:12. It says, "For thus said the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken it." That's Israel. That's the blacks, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. And the dispersed, whom the world is still persecuting to this day. All right. It says, "Was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it." So you're going to drink of the same things, all right? It's going to start with the fall of your empire, which is the American empire, and it's going to lead to the Lord coming back, destroying America wholly, completely eradicating America. It's not going to be a human being to live on this side of the earth, in North America, for the rest of known time, man. All right, this place is gonna be obliterated because of the blood that was shed on these grounds. All right, it says, "Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. For I have sworn by myself, said the Lord, that Basel shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual wastes." All right, and it's not by coincidence we're seeing what makes this true is what's taking place on the global level when it comes to this world war. All right, and the talks of nuclear warfare, man. All right, and a lot of you experts, you think that it's not going to be a nuclear holocaust. It will be, man. All right, because the evil have to be taken off the earth. All right. The evil is going to be taken away. I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, "Gather ye together, come against her, and rise up to the battle." And so these nations are going to rise up to the battle, man. All right. It's clear as day when you look at the global spectrum on how things is taking place in the world when it comes to, these different superpowers, basically fighting it out, for this petroleum oil, this gas, these pipelines, which they're trying to take Iran out for, so they can have exclusive control of the world's energy resources. That's what you guys are fighting over. That's what these nations are fighting over. Hey, but the Lord is coming. He's going to take all of that away from you, right in the midst of you fighting. And so you're going to fight. You're going to be fighting against each other. But when the Lord appears from the sky, and he's going to crack open the sky, as they say, all right, when he reveals himself in that huge chariot that you ain't going to be able to see end to end with, all right, hey, you're going to see the Lord is going to, that's going to be the time of that you're going to drop all your differences with all these nations fighting against each other, and you're going to fight the Lord. It says, "For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men." All right. And that's what you see with Putin and then these other nations, these other countries, because they understand, man. Jeremiah 49:16. "Thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart." You see? And so you thought you can be terrible in the earth, but it deceived you, man. All right? "And the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, and holdest the height of the hill," meaning that you're at the height of the society, you're at the height of the government, all right, of the world. It says, "Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle," all right, "I will bring thee down from thence, said the Lord." All right. "Also Edom shall be a desolation. Every one that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof." All right, because it's going to be destroyed. See, look, and it says, "As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah," all right, in the neighbor cities thereof. All right. And so we notice it's talking about America because, that Babylon, well, this is talking about Edom, Salakia. All right. We notice it's talking about Edom, and we know it's talking about now. All right. Because all the things that's accumulating, all the things that's happening in the world. It says, "As in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, said the Lord, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it." And that's going to be America, man. All right. That's going to be America. Okay. And so, let me see. Let me see. I'm going to read verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. And that's the state of Israel, because they're going to be the one that throw the first rock, so to speak, to start this looming war that's been proxied out. All right. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. All right. And so the land of Israel, the state of Israel, is going to be destroyed as well by the hand of God. All right. Through your own pride, man. All right. The earth is moved at the noise of their fall. You see, the noise of their fall is the thermonuclear missiles striking these places and destroying them. All right. But the elect are going to be saved out of it. All right. I know this is a synopsis. It's really a summary of everything that's going to be taking place. All right. It says, and at the cry of the noise thereof was heard in the Red Sea. All right. Hey, man. So, hey, the Lord has it out for you so-called white people, man. All right. There's no way you can turn away your judgment. It's coming. All right. It's coming. All right. Slack it. All right. Because the nations are angry. Okay. Revelations 11 and 18. Okay. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come. You see? And so the Lord is stirring up jealousy like a man of war. Against what? These nations against America. All right. And thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, which is the heathen nations, that they should be judged. All right. Right along with Esau. Okay. And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name. All right. Because that's coming too. Small and great. And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. All right. And so those who destroy the earth by way of war, and the Lord is going to destroy them. Okay. And so the Lord is very dynamic in his ways and how he works. Okay. Because he put the spirit on certain individuals, what? To rise up against